О, покушал, теперь можно и еще играть. Отлично.
This is Station Korriban's flame to unidentified vessel. You have violated Imperial space. Submit your security clearance or be destroyed.
You said I could leave this to you. Go ahead.
Transmitting clearance code now.
Stand by while I... We're so pleased you're here, Grand Moff.
Grand Moff.
You'll find our security airtight.
That is unlikely.
I've cleared a docking bay for you. Please proceed with your landing, sir.
For the moment, they believe I am Grand Moff Fresh. But this ruse will not hold. Prepare to kill everyone.
We'll infiltrate the station quietly. By the time the Imperials realize they've been lied to, we'll have what we need.
The docking bay will be swarming with honor guards for the Grand Moff. When you emerge from the ship instead, you'll find them disappointed. Don't waste any time. Destroy the enemy while we have the elements of surprise.
Допустим. Что же случилось с Жамаром Чулом? Что не так? Почему он не выходит на связь, мудила? Мы узнаем в этой серии. Неожиданно.
There, good as new.
Урдж,
Call if you need me.
иди сюда.
What do we fight today?
Мы сегодня убиваем имперцев. Ебучий сентри дроид. Сдохни уже. Что, Мара? Я не говорил Мара. Вроде я точно не говорил Мара. На этот раз тебе послышалось.
Right on time. You're practically a droid. I knew if I applied the right stimulus, you couldn't resist coming.
Ладно, Скурч, тут еще эта дура, так что отойди, пожалуйста.
Master.
Мне нужна моя Кирочка.
Right on time. You're practically a droid. I knew if I applied the right stimulus, you couldn't resist coming here.
Something's wrong with Leha. She's not herself. She tricked me.
Jomar was chasing proof you'd fallen to the dark side. He fell into my trap like a greedy child. You were just as easy.
The Emperor is dominating your mind. Resist him.
Please, don't hurt her. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Poor boy. You think you love me, but what we shared in secret on Tython was only a shadow of true passion.
They're a couple? Explains a lot.
I'll show you true ecstasy, Jomar. But first things first.
This is why the Jedi are forbidden to fall in love. Your emotions have unbalanced you.
You've been dead inside since you joined the Order. You should thank me for what's coming. You remember the meaties? I gave my little droid friends a few upgrades I think you'll enjoy. Briefly.
Ну, давай пообщаемся на языке клинков. И чё, как тебе это?
Stop! 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 Where are we?
Leha, it's me. You're going to be all right.
My poor droids. How did we get here?
You've been under the Emperor's control. You tortured Jomar and tried to kill me.
No. That's not possible.
На свою одежду.
No. I can feel the Emperor's presence. He hates you. The things he made me do.
Come home to Tython. Master Satil will help you. I have no right to ask you for anything, but the Council doesn't need to know about us. Please, keep our relationship to yourself.
Your relationship with Leha nearly killed us all. You must tell the Council everything.
They won't understand, but I'd rather tell them myself than let you do it. My mission wasn't a total failure. I overheard Leha delivering orders
Ну,
from the
блин,
Emperor to a high-ranking
есть
Sith
много
Lord. I couldn't hear details, but I know
историй,
someone named Lord
подтвержденных,
Fulminus
что
went on a
у
secret mission to
джедаев
the planet
были
Mars.
нейроманы,
Guess
разные
what we need.
тяжести.
Better tell Master
Некоторым
Satil.
даже разрешали.
I'll take Leha home.
Есть некоторые расы, у
Thank you for
которых,
saving me.
если они не женятся,
Us.
они не могут получить, по сути, паспорт. Учитывая, что его забрали в детстве джедаем, типа, он все равно хотел быть гражданином. Там была некоторая проблема с этим. Я не помню, как эта раса называется. Киакимунди. У него была жена и 7 детей, и он был магистром в Совете джедаев. Как ни странно. Так что тут проблема в том, как ты к этому относишься.
Master Satil, I rescued Jomar and found Leha Nerez. She's been under the Emperor's control and needs your help. They're headed for Tython now. I also learned a high-ranking Sith named Fulminus is on the planet Voss.
That is disturbing news. Voss was discovered only recently. Its society is dangerously unbalanced. The people worship an elite group of Force users who rule with absolute authority. Despite our best efforts, Voss's government rejects the Jedi Code.
The Emperor has always taken a great interest in that world. I thought he sought to conquer it, but clearly he intends its destruction.
Go to Voss. Find Lord Fulminus and stop his plans.
Окей. Пообщаемся?
Master Jedi.
Давай,
I'm
тур
aware that
удачи.
my recent military record might raise some concerns. I want to reassure you that my squad fatality rates have not consistently been this high.
I suppose that's good to hear.
The first squad I commanded after making sergeant was
Спасибо,
sent to
Cat
free
Next Door,
POWs
за
being held at
подписку
a
на
small
ютубе.
Imperial outpost.
Каппа.
Intel said the place would be lightly manned. Most of the Imperials wouldn't arrive for
Мне аж
another
письмо на
24
почту
hours.
пришло.
Intel was wrong.
The outpost wasn't lightly manned, or the POWs weren't being held there.
The Imperials sent their reinforcements a day early. When my squad broke into the outpost, we were outnumbered 10-1. We were outmanned and outgunned, but we achieved our objective, freed all the POWs, and came out alive. My squad's casualty rate was 97.4%, but we had no fatalities.
If 97% casualties is your best, Sergeant, I'd hate to hear your worst.
Another time, Master Jedi. Our mission was accomplished without permanent loss of Republic resources. That squad was effectively trained, and as a result, we achieved victory much more efficiently.
They must have been remarkable soldiers.
They are. Good soldiers are a resource. Yes, their loss damages the war effort, but they are meant to be used. Victory for the Republic is worth any cost. Master Jedi, our downtime has had a positive impact on my battle readiness. I believe I'm 14.2% more prepared for combat now.
What? What does that even mean?
Хороший
It's a
вопрос.
statistical analysis of, well, I won't bore you with the details. I've had a lot of time to think. I've forgotten what that was like.
Relax while you can, Sergeant. There's more fighting ahead.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been thinking about my original squad. I haven't seen any of them since we liberated that POW camp. They seem to be on active duty, but I can't find any mention of commendations or recognition. They should be decorated soldiers.
Perhaps they're not as good as you thought.
I can't imagine their careers have been less impressive than my own. Carson, Nadja, Eckert, that whole squad has simply vanished.
They're probably just posted somewhere far from the fighting.
It seems like a terrible waste of skilled personnel. They'd be most valuable to the Republic deployed on the front. Finally tracked down my old squad mates, Master Jedi. Wishing I hadn't. General Garza recruited them into the Special Forces
Боже,
Black Ops
Гарза
program.
опять эта
But
тупая.
now, they're in a detention facility on Beirun, convicted of war crimes.
War crimes are a serious charge. How did your old squad go from being heroes to convicted criminals?
Black Ops doesn't make heroes. It trains killers. If the right targets die, no one complains. They renamed my old squad the Surgeons, tasked them with destabilizing the Empire's command structure by removing its best leaders. But the Surgeons didn't just target Imperial commanders. They went after the officers' families. They wanted to send the enemy a message.
Killing women and children is never acceptable.
Good soldiers know what acceptable targets are. This wouldn't have happened on my watch. The detention center's warden says my old squad mates are serving life sentences. They're young. That's a lot of years to spend in cages. The next time I get nostalgic and curious, Master Jedi, give me a planet to invade.
Ну окей, пошли еще погутарим с этими ребятами.
Your people speaking of the Empire sound like a distorted echo. When I was born, we thought the rest of the galaxy to be mystery and legend. We had been alone for 1,000 years.
What was it like? I can't even imagine.
We were what you made us. In my youth, Jedi were how you threatened errant children. Obey your masters or the Jedi will obliterate you. For thousands of years, we had total control of 100 star systems. Then the Jedi drove us to the farthest fringe of the galaxy.
The Emperor had subjugated thousands of species. Every non-Force user was enslaved.
They were safe and served to their own capability. This is hardly worth debating. I gain nothing from understanding how your Republic's fools view the galaxy. I am surprised that once your council finishes its brainwashing, any Jedi has a spine left to oppose the Emperor. Perhaps you are young enough to still cultivate the strength of the Sith.
Revan, the Exile, and I were all Jedi trained. We all resisted the Emperor. What Sith have done so?
That was a surprise. In 3 centuries, I expected to see one test his strength against the Dark Lord. But those strong enough to challenge him are killed young, or co-opted into the Dark Council. Perhaps you are right. Jedi strengths are different, not necessarily lesser.
Спасибо, что понимаешь, кстати, Скурдж. Вот на этом реально
I do
спасибо.
not know how more to prepare you to face the Emperor. What has your training been? All I know of Jedi ways is from Revan. Surely they have changed in 300 years.
I am prepared. I need nothing more from you.
You do not lack for confidence, Jedi. Revan and the Exile were much like you. They truly believed that they could destroy the Dark Lord. I believe them too.
Revan and the Jedi Exile are legends. What were they like?
It should not have surprised anyone that Revan turned Sith. He knew you cannot fight the dark side without understanding it. The Exile was harder to read. Even with all she had done, she never trusted herself. With Revan, she was his student again. I liked them. I would have served them, but my vision told me they would fail. I cut down the exile and brought Revan to the Emperor as a gift.
Да, Скурдж, ты падла.
You regret betraying them. There is room in the Force to forgive, even such heinous crimes.
I do not seek forgiveness. The only way to live long enough to find the Jedi
Если
who
что, это
killed the
персонаж из
Emperor,
книг.
to find you,
Точнее, книги
was to
Ревана.
convince him to trust me. He took my offering and gave me a place at his side. He gave me immortality. It was a gift, but not without its price.
Так что это очень интересный персонаж. Ну, что поделать.
What have you got for me?
О нем поймут лишь немногие.
Only a few dozen senators have access to those accounts. One of them must be an Imperial spy. A senator can be just as greedy and ruthless as anyone else, T7. This casts a bad light on the entire Senate. Until we know who's responsible, I don't want this to leak out.
Эх, опять с Доком общаться, боже, за шо?
Old Doc's always been more of a lover than a fighter. But I had to up my game since you came around. It's not easy looking good when you're fighting next to a Jedi. But I figured out the trick.
Care to clue me in before our next big battle?
Let's just say I'm getting a new nickname. Dr. Knockout. Yep. Next time we're surrounded by the scum of the galaxy, they're gonna be sorry they met me.
Не верю, ты дебил.
I don't believe this. We missed the party of the Millennium last night. It's all over the holonet. Music, dancing, attractive people. We could have been a part of it if we hadn't been on the wrong side of the galaxy, saving everyone's lives as usual. Two heroes of the Republic would have been colossal at that shindig. Infinite opportunities for romance. We would have had it made.
I'm the famous hero of the Republic. You're just my loyal sidekick.
I prefer the term wingman. And you wouldn't even know about these parties if I wasn't around to tell you. I'm in the prime of my life, and I'm spending it with people who enjoy running around on exploding planets. All I want is to abuse our fame just for one night. Is that so wrong?
Yep. Kids don't abuse. Abuse is bad for your life experience.
Every time I see you return from a mission, I thank the Maker I wasn't designed for combat.
This is Jomar Chul. I told the Council about my relationship with Leha as you asked. It didn't go well. It will be a long time before I regain their trust. I'll probably never see Leha again. All that matters is she will be fine. I hear she's almost back to her old self. If you see Leha, tell her... Nothing. Forget it. Jomar Chul out.
Ну ты, конечно, не очень, честно говоря. Мог бы нормально жить и не выебываться.
So, when do I get my own Padawan? Always wanted to be a teacher.
When Master Satil thinks you're ready for the responsibility, she'll tell you.
Bet a good word from you would speed that along. Here, pretend you're my Padawan. Got a hypothetical moral dilemma for you. Say you could only save the Republic or the Jedi Order. Which would you choose and why? Don't think. Answer.
That's too big a question not to put a little thought into.
Bzz, too late. The Jedi Order and the Republic are both dead. Happy?
Да.
Correct answer was Jedi Order, by the way. Without us around to protect it, the Republic can't survive.
Jedi can exist without the Republic, but not the other way around? Interesting notion.
Puts this war in perspective, doesn't it? We're not fighting for them. They're fighting for us. This teaching thing's fun. Have to do it again sometime.
Какая же ты, Кира. Кира. Ну, полетели тогда на ВОЗ.